Here's a quick demonstration of creating a chart in PowerPoint and applying a series animation. So we're not talking about just popping somebody else's chart in here and then applying an animation, and I'll show you what that looks like because that's what this one is over here. We're talking about creating your own chart and then applying a series animation, and you could do it to any type of chart that you want. Let's say I do a bar here. I'll put this in here and you've got the information, which I'll have to pull from this chart because this is the information that I need. So let's say I'm just going to do one category. I don't want to have a bunch of different or series here. I'll just have one series. So I'll just delete these. You can also just move this in and you can just have the one series. So now I just have the one series. And then here I would put in those items. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, let's say. Or you could keep going. LinkedIn, whatever. So you create your chart and then put in your information. So adult use, and then we put in the numbers. So over there it says YouTube is 73%, Facebook 69%, Instagram 37%, Pinterest 28%. Use those. And of course you can delete this other stuff if it's going to bother you. LinkedIn 27%. All right, so now I have all my information for my chart, simply like that. And when you're only going to have one series, and you can have multiple, but if you're only going to have one, then there is no need to keep this legend down here. I would personally get rid of it. So you come to your chart tools and design and just, hide your legend. We don't want it. We don't need it. Okay. And then I can animate this. So if I was just doing a normal animation, I'm going here and let's say I want it to come in and, swivel in or whatever. This is terrible. I don't know why we would do this one, but anyways, maybe we'll do something else. We'll grow and turn. Okay, so that's just a regular animation. Actually, I now have two things happening here. That's terrible. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So over here on this chart, though, when you add your animation, so if I say grow turn, instead of the whole chart coming in, because that's not a series animation, you go to Effect Options, and then you're going to do, and you can do by element in a series or by series or whatever. But see, so there goes the whole series at once. Or you can do by element in a series, and then each one comes in at a time. And that's what we're talking about. That's a series animation, so that each item in the series comes in, like that. So that's the difference between doing this other option and doing a series animation. So that's just a plain old animation. And whereas this is a series animation, each individual bar or piece of pie or whatever you're doing line is going to come in on its own. And it doesn't necessarily have to be entrance. So you could go in here and make it a, let me take those off here real quick. You could make it an emphasis. So if I wanted to do like a grow shrink or whatever, and I do that by series, then the first one's going to go, which I always kind of hate that first one because it's so long and annoying. But so you could sit here and be like, this one's just going to happen super fast. And then the rest of them will come in on their own. So if I play this, that's going to go and then that goes. Oh, that's terrible. Grow shrink. Stay away from that one. It's absolutely awful. But anyway, but you get the gist of it. So you can have it so that your chart's already in there. And then each of those series animations is going to happen. And, I can remove it so the chart one doesn't happen at all. So I just completely removed that one. I wish it was a little easier to choose which one to apply to these, but you get the gist of it. So if you do put it in there and you don't like it, you can always hit delete over here. You can go then and choose different ones. So let's say fly in. That's that one. We'll say fly in. We want it to come from the left because that's how the bars are. And then we want it to by element in the series, so they fly in like so. And then if we don't want the chart itself to do it, the whole chart background, then just remove that one from here. And then when we play it, we end up with this. Bam, 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 bam. And that is a good, useful series animation. So there you go. That is a preview of how to do a series animation in PowerPoint.